90 something, I think. Hey, we have our guest has arrived.
They were grown adults. Okay, hold on. We got our guest has arrived. All right, so don't bring them up yet. So everybody, as a special treat to everybody watching the program and for your support, we have a very special guest. And you see him every single time you tune in, the doctor and the kid. You see him. He's the first person you see. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Mr. Perry Kurtz. Bring him up, baby. What's going on, Perry? Hey, man.
Hey, kids. What's happening?
How you doing,
man?
Hey. Good to see you, man.
I'm glad I'm alive. I've been in the hospital all week, so I'm glad I finally got out for this.
You know, I remember you were telling me that, man, and I hope you're feeling better. I appreciate you being up here. Oh, man.
Hospital, that looks nasty. Whoa. I hope you're feeling better.
Man, Perry. That's
rough.
They
had hooked up to all kinds of testing devices because they think that I have dead kidneys. They're gone, and they're going to try and revive them. And I got anemia, and I got possibly gallstones and kidney stones, and I didn't know about any of this. Not a clue.
Yeah, kind of just happened. Like one day you're walking around fine, and then.
Well, Tuesday I woke up and I kept falling asleep. I was on the toilet, and I woke up. I was still on the toilet. I got up, I went back to bed, and I woke up in bed. I don't even remember laying down. And after 4 times, they said, "There's a problem." So I went to the emergency room. They took tests. They said, "Yeah, you have renal failure."
No.
I said, "I don't even know anybody named Rena."
Look, the people are going wild, Perry. Look, that's fucking
people saying
awesome.
Hi. Well,
it's party time. This is amazing. Holy shit. Chili Gods from Australia says, hey, Perry.
Hey,
man. Eric Weinbender wishes you well wishes.
Mm-hmm.
Scotty Stricknine says, hey, Perry. You got a lot of fans on here. You know, Perry, we play your song like every show before the show.
We've been doing that for a while now, yeah.
Drinking beer and smoking cigarettes.
And people still watch?
Yeah.
Every time more.
They go up more. Yeah, they love it. Because unfortunately, it's become a way of life for us, drinking beer and smoking cigarettes.
Ryan, just a second.
It's party time.
We play that too once in a while.
Yeah.
It's really weird. I don't drink beer or any alcohol, and I don't smoke cigarettes.
I can't believe it. It's so convincing in the video. Hey, never meet your heroes, folks. Never meet your heroes.
Yeah. And I am an ex-male stripper, so.
Fisticuff says, Perry, you got to keep your head up so you can keep on fingering.
Oh, believe me, my head's always up, right up that vagina. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
Danny B, his name is the Trash Dash. Perry, I was actually watching your stand-up last night.
That's God.
Cool. Yeah.
Just so you guys know, I can see when they type something, it comes up at the bottom.
Oh, good. Yeah, good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're watching it. Okay, great.
I just want to show you how much love you get on this
Dead
stream.
Wax. Yeah. Wait a minute. Dead Wax looks good. Hello, Dead Wax. How are you? Are you really waxed?
Oh, you're fantastic, man. Stevie's Vinyl. He's from Scotland, and he always talks that in Scotland they have square sausages. He wants to know, Perry, have you ever ate square sausage?
I never even heard of them before.
No one has. No one has. He thinks that it's the best thing in the world. That's all he talks about on the show.
Maybe that's all he eats.
So Perry, we'll leave the comments for a little bit. We'll catch up on them in a little bit. Doctor will put them on the bottom. But let's get to know you a little bit, man. We show you in the doing the song every show that we do. But there's a lot more to you than just that song, drinking beer and smoking cigarettes. You've been in this business, in the comedy business, for what, almost 50 years?
48 years.
48 years.
Oh,
wow.
Nice.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where'd you get started? A little bit about your story.
Well, I grew up in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I had a father who got diabetes when I was 10 years old. and he used to sit in the dining room and stick a needle in his leg and shoot up insulin. And then one day, I think I was 11 years old, he said, "Fuck this," and he stopped doing it. Unfortunately, he developed a split personality that was violent. And he would come home from work and I say, "Hey, Dad." He'd go, "Yeah." Boom, and punch me right in the face.
Whoa.
Broke my nose 6 times.
Whoa.
One time he hit me so hard he knocked me out. I woke up behind the couch. He actually pulled the couch out, put me back there, and pushed it back on me. Another time when I was 12 years old, we had snow out there, and we get snowdrift 6, 7, 8 feet high. He threw me out of the 3rd-story window to dig us out, but I came down head first on a snowdrift and went through it like a torpedo and landed on the top of my head and wound up getting 37 stitches in my head.
Wow.
So I had a lot of abuse, but one time he was going to hit my little brother because he left his little green army men out on the floor. And my father said, "Do I have to take off my belt?" And I said, "That would be good because it's smaller than your hand."
So you coped with that with comedy. So
and that's what taught me what comedy is possible of doing. That if you get people to laugh, they can't bite you, as I like to say.
Right.
So if you can make people smile, I mean, I been in the hospital 4 days this week, and they fucking loved me. They sent me the hottest nurses to take care of me, and they were, "You want me to rub your back?" I said, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." "You want me to rub your neck?" I said, "Up my penis." Maybe when we're in the X-ray room. I said, "Okay, whatever."
Perry, I think you're the only guy I know would have fun in the hospital.
I have fun everywhere. I'm always making people laugh, and it's just been my way. When I was 12 years old, people started telling me, "You're funny, you should be a comedian." And then in 73, I went to this place called the Crazy Horse Saloon in Barrington, New Jersey. Now, New Jersey, what was known as the Shore. When people say I went to the Shore, they went to New Jersey.
That's where
and
I'm
there
from.
was a bar. Oh, really? All right. Yeah. Well, you may know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
And they were having a talent show. And my friends drove me out there and entered me. And I got up and I just babbled for 5 minutes. And I walked out with $250.
Can't beat that.
And I said, "This shit's easy." And it always has been. Yeah. It's easy for me to get laughs. Number one, they never expect it from my face. They look at me, this guy's not funny. Number two, it's giving them the element of surprise. That's why things are funny when you don't expect it. And I've learned to give them exaggerations and reverses and switches and humanizing an animal or a device and a little bit of characters when that's needed. And it's always worked for me. And it's just been a natural thing.
He's giving you comedy 101, man. Yeah. So anybody out there who's aspiring to do this, man, take a page out of Perry's book because he's doing it. And
well, if you want to do it, go to the open mics, get up. The best thing you can do to start is tell real stories. Because number one, you're never going to forget your place.
Right.
Number two, you know what the story is and you can see what you want to explain. So the key is when you're telling a story, you want them to see everything that is going on. You want to describe the weather, the sounds, the neighborhood, the smells in the air. The more you can generate in their head, the more realistic it is. And then when you tell them the actual truth of when you got fucked up, they laugh because of the real emotion. Once you get a couple stories, you just go on.
Yeah, what you're describing, what you do with comedy, this is mostly a music live stream. We talk about music, is really describing a lot about songwriting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they really go hand in hand,
Yeah.
But, and speaking of songwriting, if you go on Perry's YouTube page, you can check out, you like to do a lot of freestyling.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like your forte, I think, right now, or it's what you like to do. So when you
my comedy's the same. My comedy is a freestyle too.
Right.
Yeah.
But when I do music, I get up and I create songs about what is happening in the room as it happens. So if somebody walks in front of me, or a woman smiles at me or waves or something, whatever I see, I describe, and people can see that it's happening right now. And that impresses the hell out of them. They love that.
They like
especially
that, yeah.
women. They really like the creativity part. So it works for me because women are very nice to me afterwards. You're so funny. You're so cute. Do you like anal? Stuff like that. No, they don't say. Here's a hint: never start a conversation with anal. All right, go to that later, but never start there and work backwards. But yeah, I never know what I'm going to say, and I got a friend who I'm going to call after this. He's a big black guy who is in a freestyle contest rapping, and I'm teaching him how to do it.
You're teaching him how to freestyle rap.
Well, basically just how to rap right now. It's a rap battle. So I'm trying to explain to him that, your content is one thing, but the image is very, very important. So you want to have dynamics. You don't want your voice to be the same all the time. You want it to go up. You want it to go down. You want to have different timings, different phrasing. Even the sound of your voice, you want it to change. Dynamics, you want it to be this and that and this and that and that and this and this and that.
Well,
kids, please don't interrupt the special guest.
Yeah, that's me. I interrupt everybody on this stream, so I apologize if I interrupt you, Perry. But you're
I
right.
will turn this car around.
He will leave. He will leave. He will not put up with any nonsense. But you're right though. In the freestyle, yeah, you got to have, obviously a good flow, but it's kind of about swagger too. It's about how you're presenting what you're doing.
Yeah.
Big,
the delivery is really one of the most important things.
Now I want to go backwards a little bit, man. I saw a video of you on the Love Connection.
We went backwards there.
Oh, did it skip?
I talked backwards.
Oh, that was right over our heads, Mika.
Yeah,
it's too funny for this one.
Paying us.
Well done. I saw a video of you. You were on an episode of The Love Connection.
Yes.
That was awesome. Can you kind of take us through what it was like being on The Love Connection?
Well, I saw a post for a casting, and living in Los Angeles, you always want to do a casting because you never know when you're going to get cast in something big. So I went there and I auditioned, and they said, all right, we're a dating show. And what we'll do is we'll give you money to go on a date, and you pick the girl you want. And, or rather, she's going to pick you from 3. And then you go on a date, tell us what happened. We'll put a show together, and you come back and you be on the show and tell what happened. So I looked at it, and there were 3 women, and one of them looked very healthy. She had really big hands. And I picked her up on my motorcycle. I drove to San Diego, which is about 463 miles about. And I picked her up, and we went to SeaWorld. And we walked around. We looked at the exhibits. We went to dinner. And during dinner, she had on a skirt. So during dinner, I slid my foot up in between her legs. And let's just say I tickled her fancy with my toes.
Oh, Barry, you animal.
Ooh.
Yep.
Wow, you heard it here, baby. You heard it here on Doctor and the Kid.
When we went out to the parking lot, it was already dark, and we pulled over into a really dark part in the park and had sex on my bike.
On the bike? Perry tells all. This is excellent. I was expecting a nice little story about the Love Connection. I didn't think it went that far.
Well, we don't say that. They asked us 85 questions after the show, so they had enough stuff to put the show together. Because when you write something like that, you have to run it in order so that it makes sense, so that people can follow where you're going. You want it to flow. And so they asked us all this stuff. And when you see the show, she said some weird stuff, and then I countered, and I said some weird stuff. Like one of the things she said was that she was kind of busty, and I said, "Well, I can handle that."
Yeah, the audience liked that line. I think that's the G-rated thing that they could put on the show.
Well, yeah, they went as far as they could, and they show her choosing the three guys, and they pop up 1, 2, 3, and one was a geek, and the other one was a bigger geek, and I was the most normal.
Yeah, go figure. Wow.
Yeah.
And so they didn't want us to say that we went to a hotel. And so he says, "So what happened after that?" And she goes, "Well, we went to not a hotel, a restaurant." And Chuck goes, "Oh, so you went to a restaurant in a hotel?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was."
I remember the video. She slipped up and said, "Well, we went to the restaurant."
Yeah.
And everybody started laughing.
Yep.
Mr. Bizarro, Aaron, he's from New Jersey. He says, "I think I know that chick, Perry."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's from out here.
Perry,
But
so you've been on the Love Connection. You've done a lot of TV.
Yeah, America's Got Talent.
Yeah,
No?
we wanted to talk a little bit about the America's Got Talent. You went up there, and
that was one of the strangest experiences of my life.
you just told me that you stuck your foot between a woman's leg. Going on America's Got Talent was the weirdest.
Did you do something with Howard
unusual
Stern?
for me.
Because that's not unusual for me.
For about 2.5 years, I was on the Howard Stern show when he was doing live interviews. Someone told him I'm really good as Dr. Ruth Westheimer. So I was taking calls as Dr. Ruth Westheimer, talking about sex.
That was the sex therapist, right?
Right.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was good at seeing when they were going to say something dirty and stopping them from saying it on the air. I'm having a chimichanga. This is my breakfast. And so I was good at seeing that they were going to get very graphic and stopping them. Well, I was getting paid $250 per show.
Wow.
They're about 20 minutes and doing 2 a week.
Wow.
Oh.
And then a comedian told him that I was a comedian, and he wouldn't let me be on the show anymore.
Wow.
Oh. Wow.
Why?
Interesting. What?
I heard a rumor.
Yeah.
Can I? No, you tell it, but I think I know what
No.
it is.
Okay, go ahead.
I heard a rumor that Howard didn't like the fact that somebody could be on the show that might be funnier than him.
Exactly.
I think he was threatened by actual comics. Yeah.
Yes. He was told that I was a comedian, and he doesn't like comics on the show because they're always plugging a show. They're always saying something that doesn't fit in. What was on the stream tonight, babe? Oh, yeah, the usual record talk and toe fucking on a chick. Yeah, well, if you like your chick fucked with your toes, you always watch them, though, and cut your toenails.
I always watch them, and I cut them. You got to be polite. But back to Stern, we were talking. And
so when he heard that I was a comedian, he cut me off from the show. And then when I went on America's Got Talent, I came walking out in my sequins jacket, and they played with this weird, like, circus music in the background, like boop, 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 boop. And they did that automatically to discredit me. And I walk out, and he goes, "What are you?" I said, "I'm a dancer and a rapper." He says, "A dancer?" I said, "Yeah, I was a male stripper." And he looks around and he goes, "I don't think anybody believes here you made any money as a stripper." And I just laughed about it. And when I said I was a male stripper, Scary Spice goes, "Oh my God." But that didn't happen during our segment. They took that from a clip in another show and inserted it in there because they were trying to discredit me all along. And he says, "All right." He said some stuff. He said, "Well, go ahead and rap." And I started rapping, and the crowd was laughing. I was rapping about them. and all of a sudden, eh.
Yeah.
And Howard says something like, "That was the worst thing I've ever seen." And I said something about that, and they cut me. And this woman walks me out, and I found out later that she was supposed to give me money. I was supposed to get $500 because I found out last summer that the reason they cut me out is not because of Howard. I thought he was pissed off, not because of him, because he had a whole script in front of him on a big yellow pad. He was just reading off the script. And they basically were setting me up to be kicked off the show because they had 2 sets of really small children that were terrible. They were dancing and they were falling down to the point where they were falling so much it was no longer cute anymore. And they have to kick somebody off every show. So they figured it wasn't going to hurt my feelings. So they kicked me off, and I went in for an audition last summer. They wanted me to come in to play the keytar. And I walk in, the guy goes, "Wait a minute, didn't we fuck you in 2012?
Yeah. Yeah, because, I was going to ask, I had 2 questions, like from doing the Stern show to going to America's Got Talent. Did you have any contact in between that with Stern at all, or he just cut it off completely? Okay.
None.
And then
so that's why I thought it was him, that he remembered me and he was angry that I came on and didn't tell. I just couldn't fathom what the real reason was, and it took years to find out.
Now
10 years.
When you went on, you went in with the intentions of performing, but they came in with the intentions of just having someone to X out quick.
Right. Well, I did perform.
Yeah,
I did rap a little bit, and I danced, but they edited out the dance part completely because when I dance, people look. I hip hop really well, and so when I was dancing, the whole Palladium was on their feet, and there's a balcony, 2nd floor balcony, and it was bouncing from all the people dancing, and they completely edited my dancing out of the clip.
You had the room rocking, and they cut it out.
Yeah, and they cut that out. And then while I was rapping, 2 guys went to the front of the room and stood up and went like this to the crowd.
Really? So they were encouraging them to boo you,
yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's ridiculous. I don't like that. They did you wrong, Perry.
Very.
They did you wrong. Stevie has a question. There is a video of you on the news on YouTube where you got a parking ticket.
Right.
And Stevie from Scotland wants to know, Perry, did you ever pay that parking fine?
Well, the bottom line is they wrote me a ticket for a parking space that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
If that was really there, it would be in the middle of an intersection next to the Burbank Airport. It's in the middle of the fucking intersection.
It's impossible.
So I went out there to look, and I went, I never parked here. And they, what? So while I was somewhere else, they said, well, fuck them. They took down my plate. They wrote it on their system, and they sent it in. So I contacted this local lady who's got a TV show and told her what happened. And they went in and fought with City Hall, basically, and they got the thing removed.
Oh, good.
I didn't pay a second.
Right, nice. Good. Sean Finns, Sean is from Philadelphia. He wants to know, Perry, did you work with Billy West on the Stern show?
If I did, I don't remember.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, we got a lot, man. The questions are rolling in for Perry, man. You're beloved.
I gotta go take a piss on a beer.
Yeah, I don't know if you know how much people love you here, man.
I had no idea. I should be able to get laid, right?
Yeah, totally. There might be 2 women watching this, so don't get your hopes up, Perry. You got a 50-50 shot.
Only 2 women?
Yeah, it's a show about vinyl and records and punk rock, and we get a few women here and there, but not as much as we'd like. I even dressed up for the occasion too. But
wow.
Yeah.
I have 2 vinyls.
What do you have?
The Wall by Pink Floyd.
Right.
The Wall.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd, The Wall.
Yes.
And I'm a Pink Floyd freak. I saw them live when they did the Animals tour. and they were so astounding. This is in the Spectrum, which is where I graduated. It was the first indoor stadium in the country.
Wow.
And years later, I went and saw Pink Floyd there. During the show, they inflate a giant pig that flies around because it's about animals. And it's flying around, and it goes, and the sound circles the room and goes through you. You're sitting there and you hear the sound go right through you. And we all looked down underneath, and there were speakers under every seat in the building.
Wow.
So I love them. I can play everything on Dark Side of the Moon on my guitar. I know it that well.
Wow. Yeah.
And the other one is Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh, cool.
A digitally mastered recording. Cost $28 when it came out, which I think was $69. Yeah. And the sound, people don't understand how much better the sound was on vinyl than it is on a CD or even a flash drive.
That's what
we just don't have. Right. Yeah. And when you play Dark Side of the Moon on a speaker this big, not only does it have bass, but when the bells start to ring, they're all over the room. They're outside of the speaker box.
Right.
It's like magic.
That's cool. Do you have a functioning setup right now? Are you playing record? No, not yet. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You got to get something going there, Perry, so you can enjoy your Pink Floyd records. That'd be cool.
Well, my younger brother says that he has about 95 of my albums at his house. So I said, send them to me. He goes, well, they're going to cost money. I go, you make $1 million a year, you cheap fucking Jew.
Oh, Jesus, Perry. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that he sends them to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you get your records.
I think I did say this once, Perry. This is a quote from me. I might partake in a few too many drinks on this stream.
Wow.
I once said if Pink Floyd was playing in my backyard, I'd pull down the shade. Ryan Kidd, 2021.
Yeah. Well, they're just it's good just to hear.
Miss U says they sound even better high.
Mm-hmm.
I think Miss U's digging you, Perry. I think she's into what you're putting out, man. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So we talked about, I also wanted to ask you, because we didn't really get into this yet, but we, like I said, we play that song as our intro every single stream, and we're such big fans of it. How did you wind up being in that video? Did you write that song? Did you write the lyrics?
No.
It's party time.
You got party timed.
Yeah.
I was rapping in a club called The Barrel in Van Nuys, which is a portion of Los Angeles. And I was rapping to Cleaning Out My Closet. That was like one of my first rap songs.
Right.
And this guy comes up and he says, that's good. I'd like to put you in a video. I said, all right, but not naked. Hey, if you want to be naked, I would have done it.
Yeah, I was going to surprise you would say no to that. Yeah.
This was John?
I have no shame. I really was a male stripper for years, so I don't care. That's a whole other life story. So he wrote this song, and he showed me the lyrics. I said, that's wild. He said, well, I'm going to shoot it. I'm going to edit it. I'm going to produce it and everything. You just come to my house and sing the lyrics. So I went out there, and I took my daughter with me, and she was like 8 or 9 years old. And we did it in his living room. And then one night he showed up at the Barrel with the video, and they put it up there, and it never even hit my mind what I was recording. This is my jacket and my job is to rock, stuff like that. It never occurred to me.
It's awesome.
And this is a club where everybody knows there. I was there last night. I walk in, everybody's going, Perry Kurtz is here. People are coming up, they're hugging me because they've known me for 15 years.
Yeah.
So as they say, it's your home bar where everybody knows your name.
Right.
That's the way it is with me.
Cool.
And I sat in the corner with two beautiful women the whole night. and they ran the video, and I'm like,
this is me.
and I remember we were shooting everything, but it doesn't make sense until it's all put together.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, of course.
And he was there. He videotaped. I had to get my headphone in there.
I like the move you did there. The swap.
Yeah. I'm very quick. He records it and he puts it together, and I didn't even know what to expect. I remember sitting there, I'm reading Playboy on the couch, and I'm playing drums at one point, and I'm walking down the street, and you see the outside of the barrel. It has barrels sticking out of the wall. And so when I sing, either before or afterwards, he runs the video, and people freak out. Like, oh my God, can't get to stay in. That's what she said. Let's try the other one. Hold on.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, that is my big swan song. Literally, the crowds love it, and the people that know it are like hitting their friends. Hey man, listen to this. Shut up, listen.
Yeah,
because it's so strange.
It's bizarre.
There's nothing like it. It's bizarre. It doesn't even start to tell what's going on.
It's an excellent song. It is so funny. And the thing is, Perry, like if it was anyone else singing it and in the video, I don't think it would really be funny. Like you're the perfect person. You just struck gold on that. Like it was perfect.
Yeah.
You know, and
I did get $1,000 for it.
Hey, good. You should get more for that because that thing's got millions of views, Perry, online. That video's got
just my copy. No, I think his copy has like 2.5 million views on YouTube. Wow. But the deal is, I get 1,000 when it hit 1 million. Yeah, and it hit 1 million in 43 days.
Wow.
But at that time he had 600,000 followers.
That's crazy.
So it didn't take long to hit 2 million, but I never heard from him again. He stopped taking calls.
We used to, at parties, we would just play it, and the people who knew it would laugh so hard, and the people who didn't would go, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
But
the lyrics are, what he's fingering girls on his parents' couch. Where the fuck did that come from?
Well, the question we get a lot when we play it, and especially when new people come on, they go, he started smoking cigarettes with his mouth. Is there any other way to smoke cigarettes?
Yeah.
That's it, because it's hard to suck with your anus. So one-way valve.
Not impossible.
Oh,
right. 2.5 million views. That is millions of views. What a genius.
Danny B says he's been singing the song to himself at work a lot lately. Gets me through the day and makes me laugh. Yeah, John pointed out the obvious. 2.5 million. That is millions of views.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. That's like
almost. And I'd say at least every other week somebody walks up to me the same way and they go, "You're the beer and cigarettes guy."
Yeah.
And I back up a little bit and I go, "Yeah, why?" Because I think they're going to stab me or something. It's just
damn right, miss you.
It's not based in reality at all. There's no logic to any of it, and that's what makes it so funny.
Absolutely.
But he's got billions of views on his videos. His name is John Lajoie.
Yeah,
he's a comedian.
Didn't he do
Canada.
That song, "Everyday Normal Guy"? Like 15 years ago.
Everyday Normal Guy. He's got another one called "I Kill People."
Yeah.
They're all strange shit, and he's got so many viewers.
Perry, can you tell our viewers to get bent?
So I said get bent, and I got out of there, and I've been drinking and smoking and fingering every day. Something like that.
That's freaking awesome. Perry, you rule.
Thank you. Yeah.
Before this has been amazing. Thank you so much for coming on the show, man. Like you made a lot of people's day by coming on here.
Definitely.
Man. And before you go, there was another late night thing you did. Was it James Corden? The late night with James Corden, and you played the keytar on James Corden's late night show in a
which I just happen to have.
Yes, you have your keytar.
I think the stream is in for a special treat. He's got I think he's got the axe right there.
Fucking ace.
This is excellent, man. There it is, the Perry Yamaha. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Perry's keytar. He played on the late night with James Corden. And
I bought this 25 years ago, and it was in a grocery store. It was over the freezer section. Have you ever looked above the freezers? There's shit you didn't know existed. I saw an 11-slice toaster, not 10, not 12, 2 slots of 5, and then 1 extra one across the top, like the guys going, well, just in case there's somebody else we missed.
My mind is blown.
Yeah.
No, that's really.
So I saw this thing. I used to take it on the road with me because I always closed with music when I was on the road. And I saw this thing, and I said, that looks perfect. And I started using it and making up songs because I always like to close with music. And I was laying in Atlanta in a hotel, playing it on my back and just going and saying, you know, what can I do with it? Wait, that's not the right sound.
You should have done a sound check. It sounds good.
I hit the wrong check. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. Take your time.
No,
everybody show some love for Perry, man. He's going to play us some tunes, and he's been an amazing guest, man. It was awesome talking to you. And, show him some love out there in the comments, man. He's going to take us out with some music, baby.
Yeah, man.
People are saying they wish they had that hair. People are chanting Perry.
I'm 71 years old.
Wow. You're going to look a day over 65, Perry.
I know. The young girls like that. So this is my keytar. I play it every night. I get up and I freestyle about things that I see people can't believe. I'm white. Well, I am. I'm as white as could be. When I'm out in the sun, you can see through me. I sing, Louie, Louie. Oh, baby, we gotta go now. I said, Louie, Louie. Oh, baby, we gotta go now. I need a drink.
Give it up for Perry, baby. Come on, everybody, make some noise.
Pass your money to the front of the room. Yep. So here I am. Let's see. Oh, my God, one guy said, get in there, Perry. I'll do this shit. You don't have to worry. Miss Eve loves me. She said a woo-hoo. Miss Eve, when I'm there, I'll go down on you. That's what I do. That's what I like to do. I like down to get there and mess up your do. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm talking. That right when I'm playing, nobody's walking. Let's hear from the band.
Come on, yeah. Woo. Oh, wow.
Pervy Asmir. Okay. Yeah, I want to karaoke bars. The guy calls me Perry Kurtz. Because I walk right into the crowd. All right, let's see. Woohoo again. Killer breakdown. Yes. This is gold. Killer breakdown again. Well, I guess. Hell yeah, Perry. Killing it. That's what I do. I get up every night and I just try to tell you what I see. It's all about what's going on in the room and ain't got shit to do with me. Like these two geeks are dancing like they got a fucking clue. That's all right. You guys got a show, so screw you. And you know they're making lots of money. Look how they're living. Okay, maybe not. They got bookshelves. One's got an American flag, and the other one's an American fag. So it shows you never know what you see. I'm talking about what's there in front of me. So I'm going to go. I'm grabbing it up right now. Here we go, and I'll do this like anyhow. Good night.
Yeah, Perry.
You forgot to play it. Here's my big ending. Wow. Oh, fuck. My tongue's bleeding. That's real funny. Well, I think that's it for me. Thank you for being here. I'm Perry Kurtz. Google me.
Give it up for Perry, man. Perry, thank you so much. Much respect. Cheers, man. Much respect for coming on the show. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
I'll go put pants on. I got to get out of the house anyway.
Perry, on behalf of everybody, seriously, we hope you get better and you're feeling better and we really.
I will. This is the truth. In the past 2 years, I've had 3 types of cancer: liver, kidney, which may have set this off, and a tumor. Then I had 2 heart attacks. 3 days after the heart attacks, I was out in parking lots doing stand-up comedy. Well, I just had a heart attack the other day, but I'm here anyway. And then I don't remember leaving or getting in my car. Then I had sepsis, which is a really bad blood disease. It took 8 transfusions to get rid of it. I had my hip replaced. I had paralysis for 3 days. And in June of last year, I had my hip replaced. So I had all this shit happen to me in less than 2 years. And my question is, I can't get pussy?
Perry, thank you so much, man. We love you. And people are commenting, they want you to come back at some point, and I hope you decide to come back one of these days.
Well, if you guys want to get in touch with me, my website is called perrykurtz.com. PerryKurtz.com, and my Gmail is perrykurtz@gmail. Drop me a line, and I'll let you know when there's new stuff coming out. And if you want to see what I do, the YouTube is Perry Kurtz. That's it. Go to YouTube. Perry Kurtz is about 800 or 900 videos. Cool. It's got all my TV appearances, a lot of my rap, and it's even got some of my daughter in there. So there's plenty for you to see.
That's excellent, man. Everybody reach out to Perry. Give him well wishes. He's out there, man.
Good, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
He'll love it, man. Thank you, Perry. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much.
Much respect.
Take care of yourselves.
Take care. Cheers.